Good. What is good, everybody? Man, it's your boy Jay in the building. We is back again with another one. Now, before we get this video started, man, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and share, man. I appreciate the support thus far. You know, football season is months away. We got a long way to go, man. But we are going to get to the reactions because I have a lot of people to react to. But we're going to get to this. So, about a few days ago, we already know that Art Browse was named the offensive coordinator for Gremlin. And that kind of caused a slight media uproar, right? So I saw that it was kind of split down the middle from what I was seeing. Some people loved it, some people didn't, right? So a report came out, I think probably a few days ago, probably even yesterday, that Doug Williams, the legend, the Gremlin legend, was one of the people who didn't love the move. And apparently, I guess it was told that he had spoke to the AD a few times, even when there was interested in him. And I guess Doug Williams spoke to the AD about the situation. And then, once it came out that Art Browse was named the offensive coordinator, Doug Williams said, yo, I'm out. He said he ain't supporting Gremlin. He don't support the move. He said he says he out. And mind you, he currently works in the front office of the Washington Newly Commodores. That's a terrible name, for real. But so he basically said that they chose Art Browse over me. Which that's a crazy way to look at it, but I understand it. So, with Doug Williams feeling like that, it kind of got me wondering how many more old alumni, and people who currently go to the school feel about this situation. So, I kind of done some digging on my own. I done a little adventure of my own, or whatever, and so I hit up. So there are a few sports groups that I'm in on Facebook. I got a little creepy and kind of went and found some students that currently go to the school, and I just asked some people that I know. How do y'all feel about Art Browse being at school or being named the offensive coordinator? There were a few sports groups on Facebook that the majority of them did not love the move at all. The majority of them didn't. And I thought it was kind of going to be, it could have been split down the middle. I thought that they could have said something wise, like, oh, it's a foot. No, they absolutely did not love the move. Like, the majority of them didn't. Few of the students were on the fence about it because they don't know him, because they're young. They don't know about Art Browse. They don't know who he is. So a lot of them was on the fence about it. The people that I did ask. And then the people that I knew, that I spoke to, said that they liked the move because it's a football decision. And when Doug Williams was saying that, if I support Gremlin State decision, then that means that I condone it. So that's kind of a crazy way to look at it, right? But it was one statement, there was one person in one of the sports groups that put a valuable statement on here that I definitely want to share with y'all. So he put in the group, he said, make it make sense. A young woman reports that she was sexually assaulted by a football player to the police. Why does the coach get punished for the player's alleged action? Isn't the incident between law enforcement, the player, and the victim? Somehow the media has convinced everyone that a coach is just as guilty. How? Did he sexually assault the student? Did he witness the assault, and did the victim contact law enforcement to investigate? Please explain. If that's the case, if a player commits murder, should the coach be sentenced along with the player? Social media has really made us lose our ability to critically think. We just consistently fall for this cancel narrative for no explainable reason other than it's trendy. I totally agree. Because it ain't like the coach had anything to do with that. It ain't like the coach told him to do it. People are so quick to cancel. Because mind you, get that. Alright? Let's just look at Coach Hugh's situation back when he played with the Browns. He was given, 3 years to try and turn around the Browns with the talent that he had, and it wasn't working, so they pushed him out the door. If y'all heard him on the podcast explain what the Browns was doing to him, and for him to not get a head coaching job again after the Browns was absurd enough. So for Coach Jackson to make this move, I think to my brain, it's telling us that, look, he knows and understands what Art Briles has been going through. And mind you, Grambling State did their own investigation before even being interested. Well, yeah, being interested. They did their own investigation because, mind you, if he had any part in what was going on, I don't think Grambling State wouldn't even touch him. And mind you, he hasn't coached college football since 2016. I mean, he was coaching out the country because nobody in the States would they wouldn't touch him, for crying out loud. He had to go to Italy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of, it's crazy because people are trying to put this cancel, like the dude said, they're putting this cancel narrative on a coach that had nothing to do with what was going on. Now, Hugh Jackson nor Art Briles put out a statement, but there was a statement put out about the hire by Hugh Jackson's foundation. Now, I do want to read a little bit of that. I may read all of it, I don't know. But it put out here, the recent hire of Art Briles as a member of the Grambling State University football staff has caused confusion and concerns that we would like to address. The Hugh Jackson Foundation has been dedicated to fighting against all forms of sexual abuse and exploitation, as well as other forms of racial and social bias. We have a clear understanding of the role that coaches and others who have a position of trust play in the lives of those they meet. We also know and understand the process of identifying risks, helping others to heal, and the importance of prevention. We believe that though the hiring of Coach Briles and the well-developed programs we have in place, this hire will be instrumental in teaching others the importance of knowing how to prevent victimization, proper reporting procedures, provide adequate resources to individuals who have been victimized, and develop strong law enforcement partnerships within the community. This recent hire of Coach Briles is a testament to the importance of these key factors. Forgiveness. I'm going to stop it right there. Forgiveness. I don't understand how a coach who had nothing to do with the situation in the first place be this victimized. It don't make sense, how this guy was left he went from coaching at a high power school, making Baylor the school what it was, because Baylor isn't now what it was before, if that makes sense. Baylor was a power school. They were top 5 school. And he goes from that to not being even able to coach in the USA, for him coaching high school football. So so let's continue. Forgiveness. We believe that all deserving of forgiveness, and without it, healing can't begin. Redemption. Redemption follows forgiveness. Going from surviving in experience into thriving through new experiences require restoration. Yeah, restoration of faith and the opportunity to improve. Enlightenment. It is our own experience that gives us the wisdom to teach others how to live in a world of respect and honor. As we move forward together with Coach Briles, we ask that people keep in mind that no matter your views on this topic, please remember that people can and often do become re-traumatized and re-victimized by statements which may or may not be accurate. We will continue to support Coach Briles and all victims of assault, violence, social and racial injustice, and we will continue to provide equal opportunity for healing for everyone. Alright, so Grand Fam, listen up. Forget about the outside noise. If you support the move, support it. If you don't support the move, that's fine. But players inside the locker room, you can't worry about the outside noise that's outside the locker room that don't have anything to do with you. Like, as long as you keep your head down and continue to do what you have to do, because you gotta remember, ain't nobody gonna help you win games except for the people that are in the locker room with you. Like, and you gotta remember this. Those same alumni that are hypocritical of this move are gonna be the same ones to go to the Bayou Classic and watch y'all play against Southern. Those same people that are hypocritical of this move are gonna be there to support y'all when y'all play against Jackson State, when y'all play against these other schools. And hell, if y'all are blessed enough to go to the SWAC championship, whether it's at Grambling or somewhere else, I bet you they are gonna be the first ones to be there. So, to me personally, this is possibly fake outrage. Y'all can't worry about the outside noise and what's going on, because the only people that y'all have to please is the guys that are in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? So, so players, as long as y'all keep y'all head down and y'all continue to do what y'all need to do, the support gonna come. Like, okay, so Doug Williams don't support. Okay, yeah, move on. Sorry. You just gotta move on. You know what I'm saying? So you can't let the outside noise affect y'all, because at the end of the day, y'all gotta go out there and play, regardless of who supports or not. Like, y'all gotta go out there and bust y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? So as long as y'all do that, Graham, y'all gonna be fine, man. Y'all gonna be fine. You know? So look, I support y'all, Graham. I support Grambling. Support y'all. Y'all made me an honorary member of the Grand Fam, so I appreciate that in itself. But I do kind of wonder what the energy is gonna be like come April 2nd, because I know that's y'all, that's y'all spring game. I wonder what the energy is gonna be like. I hope there's no boos. I just hope that there is a massive amount of support, because Grambling State needs it, So players, like, keep your head down and keep working, all right?